You know, we have thousands upon thousands of conversations in our lifetime. But how many of them do we actually truly understand? Today, we're going to crack the code of something we do every single day, something we barely even think about: the art and the science of conversation.
So let me ask you this. What if every conversation you have isn't just random chatter? What if it's more like a game, with its own hidden rules, its own strategies, and its own goals? Because, as we're about to find out, it's not random at all. There's a whole system at play.
All right, so our first move is to kind of reframe how we think about speaking itself. Because it's not just about the words that come out of your mouth. It's a genuine skill, one that you can actually analyze, and believe it or not, get a whole lot better at.
Now, our source material gives us a really powerful way to think about this. It defines speaking as a skill of oral communication used for sending a message. The key word there? Skill. It's not just an instinct we're born with. We learn to speak well, just like you'd learn to play the guitar or kick a soccer ball.
And this is where it starts to get really interesting. It turns out our conversations are not random at all, not even close. They actually follow these hidden structures and pretty predictable patterns. And right now, we're going to put on our detective hats and uncover what they are.
So if our conversations have these secret structures, what are they? Well, that brings us right here. We're about to uncover the hidden rules of talk. And we're going to start with two key ideas: genres and functions.
Okay, so the first hidden rule is this idea of speech genres. Yeah, just like movies have categories, comedy, drama, sci-fi, our conversations fit into different types too. I mean, think about it. Describing your vacation to a friend follows a totally different set of rules than ordering a coffee, which is a world away from having a heated debate. Every situation has its own unspoken script.
And we can go even deeper. Inside each of those genres, the words we use are performing specific functions. Are you making a promise? Are you warning someone about something? Or are you just saying a simple hello? These functions are the individual moves we're making inside the grand game of conversation.
So, we've got genres, and we've got functions guiding our talk. But what's the whole point? What's the ultimate goal? Well, this brings us to a really fundamental split in why we talk in the first place. The big difference between just doing business and having a friendly chat.
According to the source material, pretty much every single conversation we have can be boiled down to one of two big purposes. It's either transactional or it's interactional. And let me tell you, understanding the difference between these two, well, it changes everything.
Let's break that down, shall we? Transactional speech is all about the message. The goal is to get something done. Think of a news report, or a doctor explaining a diagnosis, or even a witness giving a statement. The focus is purely on getting information from point A to point B accurately. But interactional speech, that's all about the listener. Its goal is to build relationships and social connections. This is your casual chat over coffee. It's not about the data, it's about the social glue holding things together.
You know, the source material has this perfect metaphor for this. It calls interactional talk the oil for the wheels of communication. I love that. Because this isn't just throwaway small talk, right? It's the social lubricant that keeps our relationships and our society running smoothly. Without it, everything would just feel clunky and robotic.
All right, time for a little pop quiz. Let's put this to the test. Here are a couple of conversation snippets from our sources. Can you tell which one is transactional, message-focused, and which one is interactional or relationship-focused? Go ahead, pause for a second if you want. You think you got it?
Okay, that's enough theory for now. Now that we understand the rules of the game, let's open up the toolkit. We're going to look at some really practical techniques that can help us all master it.
Our first tool is a classic exercise. It's called the information gap game. The setup is really simple. One person has a picture, like this apartment floor plan, and the other person has to draw it, just by asking questions. You can't see what they see. It sounds simple, right? But it is an intense workout for speaking with clarity, precision, and for really listening.
Next up in the toolkit, role play. And no, it's not just for actors. It's actually a very structured process. You set a scene, you hand out roles, and you act out a scenario. But here's the secret sauce. The most important part is that last step, reflection. Taking the time to talk about what worked and what didn't. That's what turns this from a game into a powerful lab for practicing tough conversations and building empathy.
And our third technique is designed for tackling really complex problems. It's called a pyramid discussion. You start in pairs, trying to solve a problem. Then, two pairs merge to make a group of four, and they have to compare their ideas and refine them. You keep merging up the pyramid, building a stronger, more collaborative solution at every single level. It's basically problem solving as a team sport.
So, we have the rules of the game, and we've got a toolkit full of techniques. Now, let's put it all together into a simple, super powerful 3-step plan that you can apply to literally any conversation you have.
This right here, this is the master plan that ties everything together, the 3-phase framework. First up, pre-speaking. This is your prep work. You organize your thoughts. You motivate yourself. Second, while speaking. This is the main event. You jump in, you engage in the activity. But finally, and honestly, this might be the most crucial step, post-speaking. This is where you reflect. What worked? What didn't? How can I get better? It's a simple, powerful cycle. Prepare, perform, perfect.
So there you have it. We've pulled back the curtain on the hidden mechanics of conversation. We've seen the genres, the functions, the frameworks, the whole shebang. The only question left is a pretty big one. Now that you know the code, how are you going to change the conversation?